Welcome to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, the channel where we explore the fascinating world of old coins, rare cents, and hidden treasures sitting right inside your pocket change. In today's video, we are going deep into one of the most exciting and surprising coins in the world of US coin collecting, the 1984 Lincoln penny. You might think a 1-cent coin is just pocket change, but the truth is, some 1984 Lincoln pennies have sold for hundreds of dollars, even up to $787.99 or more, depending on their condition, mint errors, and rarity. This video is going to take you step by step through everything you need to know, from the rich history of the Lincoln cent, to the fascinating story of the 1984 coin, to the current market values collectors are paying right now. The birth of the Lincoln cent, history before 1984. Before we understand the 1984 penny, we must know where the Lincoln cent began. The Lincoln 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln penny, was first introduced in 1909 to celebrate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln penny was revolutionary. It was the first U.S. coin to feature the portrait of a real person. From 1909 to 1958, the reverse side showed wheat ears and was known as the wheat cent. In 1959, to mark Lincoln's 150th birthday, the design changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design continued all the way until 2008. By the time we reached 1984, the Lincoln cent had already become a piece of American history, and millions were struck every year, but not all were created equal. The 1984 Lincoln penny, a special year in coinage. The year 1984 might seem ordinary, but for coin collectors, it holds special significance. That's because some pennies minted that year contain rare features and errors that make them extremely valuable. Most 1984 pennies were struck in copper-plated zinc, a change that began in 1982 when the U.S. Mint switched from 95% copper to a 97.5% zinc core with a thin copper coating due to rising copper prices. The standard 1984 penny weighs about 2.5 grams and has a diameter of 19.05 millimeters. But here's where things get interesting. Among the millions minted, a small number came out with double dies and other unique characteristics that transformed them from ordinary cents into collector's gold. The legendary 1984 double die obverse, one of the most well-known and valuable varieties of the 1984 Lincoln cent, is the 1984 double die obverse, DDO. A double die happens when the die used to strike the coin is engraved with a doubled image, resulting in certain details appearing doubled on the coin itself. For the 1984 penny, the doubling is most noticeable on Lincoln's ear, often referred to as the extra ear variety. If you look closely at a genuine 1984 double die penny, you'll see what looks like a second ear just behind the first one. This variety is highly sought after and can transform a 1-cent coin into a valuable collector's piece worth hundreds of dollars. Mint marks. And where 1984 pennies were made in 1984, Lincoln cents were produced at 3 different mints: Philadelphia, Denver, San Francisco. For proof coins, each mint location affects rarity and value. Most regular circulation pennies came from Philadelphia and Denver, but proof coins from San Francisco, which are struck with sharper details and mirror-like finishes, are highly desirable to collectors. While the majority of 1984 cents are common, rare varieties like the 1984 DDO from Philadelphia are the ones that bring big money. How to identify a rare 1984 Lincoln penny? Collectors often ask how to tell if their 1984 penny is special. Here's what to look for. Check Lincoln's ear. Look for a clear doubling behind the main ear. Examine Liberty and In God We Trust. Doubling can sometimes appear in the lettering too. Inspect the condition. Coins in higher grades are worth significantly more. Look for proof quality. If it has a mirror-like shine and sharp detail, it might be a San Francisco proof. Use a magnifying glass or a jeweler's loupe to carefully inspect your coin. The tiniest detail can make the difference between 1 cent and several $100s. Grading and condition. The key to value. Condition plays a huge role in determining a coin's market value. Coins are graded on a scale from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. A worn, circulated 1984 penny might only be worth a few cents. But a mint state 1984 DDO could easily sell for $200 to $800 or more. In fact, Coins certified by grading services like PCGS or NGC often sell for premium prices because their authenticity and condition are guaranteed. Real auction records and market values. Let's look at real-world numbers. A regular 1984 Lincoln cent in average circulated condition, about 1 cent to $0.10. A 1984 DDO with visible extra ear in fine condition, $50 to $1.50. A 1984 DDO in mint state MS65, $300 to $500. Exceptional examples graded MS67 or higher, $787.99 and even more at auctions. These numbers are real and come from actual coin sales. Collectors are willing to pay top dollar for rare, high-grade examples. Why collectors love the 1984 Lincoln cent. What makes the 1984 penny so beloved among collectors is its combination of history, rarity, and accessibility. You don't need to be a millionaire to start collecting, you might even find one in your spare change. But the thrill of discovering a rare error coin worth hundreds is what keeps collectors searching. It's a perfect example of how everyday objects can become valuable pieces of history, mistakes that can cost you money. If you think you found a rare 1984 penny, avoid these common mistakes. Cleaning the coin. Cleaning can destroy its value. Leave it as is. Storing it improperly. Store coins in a cool, dry place, preferably in a holder or album. Selling too quickly. Always get a professional opinion before selling. A simple mistake could reduce your coin's value by hundreds of dollars. Where to sell and buy rare Lincoln pennies. When you're ready to sell a rare 1984 penny, consider online auction sites like eBay. Coin shows and coin dealers. Certified coin auctions like Heritage Auctions. Coin grading services for certification. First, buying and selling through reputable sources ensures you get a fair price and protects you from scams. Other rare Lincoln pennies to watch for. While the 1984 DDO is a star, don't stop there. Other rare Lincoln cents worth hundreds or thousands include 1909 SVDB, 1914 D, 1955 double die, 1972 double die, 1992 close AM, 1995 double die. Each has its own story and value, and they're all covered here on Rare Lincoln Penny Coins. The future of 1984 penny values. The demand for rare coins is growing every year. As more collectors enter the market, the value of coins like the 1984 DDO continues to rise. A coin that sells for $787.99 today could easily cross the $1,000 mark in the future. That's why now is the best time to search your change, check your collections, and see what treasures you might already own. Tips for beginners and advanced collectors. Whether you're new to collecting or a seasoned numismatist, here are some tips. Always inspect every penny you come across, learn to recognize errors and varieties, keep a good magnifying tool and coin reference guide, join coin collector communities online. Knowledge is power in coin collecting, and the more you know, the more valuable coins you'll discover. Final thoughts and call to action. The 1984 Lincoln penny is proof that even the smallest coin can hold incredible history and hidden value. From its origins in 1909 to the rare double die varieties that can sell for $787.99 or more, this little cent is more than just spare change, it's a piece of American history and a potential treasure. So go check your coin jars, your piggy banks, and your pocket change. That ordinary penny you're holding could be worth hundreds of dollars. If you love this deep dive into rare pennies, don't forget to subscribe to Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, hit the bell icon so you never miss our updates, and share this video with your friends and fellow collectors. Here at Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, we're always uncovering hidden treasures, and who knows, your next discovery might just change your life. Today, we are diving deep into the incredible story of the 1988 D Lincoln penny, a small copper-colored coin that might just be worth a small fortune, as much as $787.98 or even more, depending on its condition and rarity. Many people walk past these coins every day without knowing the potential wealth they hold. But in this video, we'll break it all down, from the history and design to the current market value, rare varieties, and expert tips for identifying your very own valuable penny. The birth of the Lincoln PNNY. The Lincoln cent, first minted in 1909, replaced the Indian head cent and became one of the most iconic coins in American history. It was created to honor President Abraham Lincoln's 100th birthday. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, the obverse features the detailed profile of Lincoln, while the reverse originally displayed 2 wheat stalks, leading collectors to call them wheat cents. In 1959, to celebrate Lincoln's 150th birthday, the reverse design was changed to feature the Lincoln Memorial, and that design continued until 2008. Our coin of interest, the 1988 D Lincoln penny, is part of that memorial reverse series. The 1988 D Lincoln penny BACKGRUND. The D mint mark on the 1988 D penny indicates it was minted in Denver, Colorado, one of the primary mints of the United States. Over 5 billion Lincoln cents were struck that year, meaning they are common, but among them, some are anything but ordinary. A small percentage have rare die varieties, transitional features, or minting errors that turn them into collectible treasures. This is where their value skyrockets beyond the standard 1-cent design details and FEATURES. The obverse features the classic bust of Abraham Lincoln, with the word Liberty to the left and the date, 1988, on the right. Below the date, you'll find the D mint mark. Above Lincoln's head is the motto, "In God We Trust." The reverse showcases the Lincoln Memorial, the words United States of America across the top, and E pluribus unum above the building. At the bottom, it reads, 1 cent. What makes the 1988 D penny especially fascinating is that some versions show subtle but powerful differences, and those differences are worth hundreds of dollars. Rare varieties and die CHNGS. One of the most significant rare varieties is the 1988 D close AM transitional reverse variety. This happens when the reverse die intended for a 1989 penny was accidentally used on some 1988 D coins. How can you spot it? Look closely at the A and M in America on the reverse. If they are very close together or almost touching, you might have a transitional variety, which is significantly rarer than regular issues. Another collectible feature is the wide AM reverse or die doubling on Liberty or the date. These varieties are sought after by advanced collectors and can fetch high premiums. Why 1988 D is so SPCAL? So why do collectors pay so much for a 1988 D penny? The answer lies in transition and error coins. As the U.S. Mint prepared new designs and die hubs for 1989, a few 1988 D cents accidentally received the wrong reverse design. These coins represent a fascinating glimpse into the minting process and are far rarer than ordinary cents. Collectors love coins with historical mistakes because they tell a story, and that story adds real value. How to identify a valuable 1988 D PNNY? Grab a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe and inspect your 1988 D closely. Here's what to check. Look at the AM in America. Are the letters closer together than usual? Check the FG initials near the Lincoln Memorial's right base. Are they positioned differently compared to regular 1988 reverses? Look for doubling on letters or numbers. Inspect the overall condition. Even the slightest scratch or discoloration can affect value. If your coin shows these rare traits, don't spend it. You may have something worth hundreds. Grading and condition mattr. Just like with any collectible, condition is king. The grading scale ranges from poor, P1, to mint state, MS, 70. Even a rare variety will sell for more if it's in excellent condition. A circulated transitional variety might fetch $100, $250. A higher grade uncirculated coin can go $4, $400, $600. Some exceptional mint state coins with full details have been auctioned for $787.98 or more. To get an accurate grade, consider submitting your penny to a trusted grading company like PCGS or NGC. Current market value as of today, the standard 1988 D penny in circulated condition is worth 1 to 5 cents. However, rare varieties and mint errors can range from $50 to over $787.98, depending on demand and grade. In recent auctions, collectors have paid $200, $350 for MS64, MS65 transitional reverse examples, $700 plus 4 top-grade MS67 coins. The market is strong and still growing because more collectors are chasing these rare varieties. Part 10. Popular errors that add value. Aside from the transitional reverse, watch out for errors like center strikes, partial images that can fetch $50-$150. Double dies. Letters or numbers look doubled, clipped planchets, coins with a small curved bite missing, die cracks or cuds, raised lines or blobs from worn dies. These errors make each coin unique and desirable. The history of 1988 and economic context. 1988 was a pivotal year in U.S. history. The economy was shifting, technology was evolving, and collectors were starting to look at modern coins in new ways. While the penny was worth just 1 cent, inflation and the rising cost of copper meant its intrinsic value was higher than its face value. Today, the historical context adds depth to the coin story and appeal. How to store and protect your pennies. If you discover a valuable penny, handling and storage are crucial. Always hold coins by the edges, never the face. Store them in 2x2 holders, airtight capsules, or professional coin slabs. Avoid cleaning coins. Cleaning can destroy the natural patina and dramatically reduce value. Selling your 1988 D Lincoln PNNY. When it's time to sell, research is key. Compare recent auction prices on sites like eBay, Heritage Auctions, or Great Collections. Get your coin certified if possible. Certified coins sell for higher prices and attract more serious buyers. And remember, patience pays off. The right buyer might offer more than you expect. Future value and collector interest in Lincoln cents, especially transitional and error varieties, is growing every year. As more collectors learn about these coins, demand and prices continue to climb. A penny worth $200 today could be worth $1,000 in the future. The 1988 D transitional reverse penny is not just a coin, it's a piece of American minting history. Conclusion and call to acto. And there you have it, the incredible story of the 1988 D Lincoln penny, a humble 1-cent coin that could be hiding hundreds of dollars in value. Its history, design, rare varieties, and current market demand make it one of the most exciting modern coins to look for. So check your pocket change, search your coin jars, and look through your old collections. You might be holding a $787.98 treasure without even knowing it. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more deep dives into rare coins and hidden treasures. This is Rare Lincoln Penny Coins, and we'll see you in the next video, where your change might just change your life. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the Lincoln penny, one of the most collected and valuable coins in American history. What may seem like just a small copper coin in your wallet could actually be worth hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars if you know what to look for. From its historical roots to its modern-day market demand, we will explore everything you need to know about the legendary Lincoln cent, especially the 2011 D penny, which is turning heads in the numismatic market right now. The birth of the Lincoln PNNY. The story of the Lincoln penny begins in 1909, when the United States Mint introduced a brand new 1-cent coin to honor the 100th birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. It was the first time in U.S. history that a real person, rather than a symbolic figure, appeared on a regular issue coin. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the penny featured Lincoln's profile on the obverse and 2 wheat stalks on the reverse, a design now known as the wheat cent. The coin instantly became popular, and collectors started hoarding them right away. Over time, the reverse design evolved, from wheat stalks to the Lincoln Memorial in 1959, and then again in 2010 to the Union Shield design we see today. The transformation of the penny over more than a century, the Lincoln penny has undergone multiple changes, not just in design, but also in composition and minting techniques. Early pennies were made of 95% copper, giving them a heavier and more valuable feel. But in 1982, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-plated zinc composition to save costs. Despite these changes, the Lincoln cent remains one of the most iconic coins in circulation, and one of the most collectible coins in the world. Why Lincoln pennies are collectible? You might think pennies are too common to be worth much, but the truth is many rare and special Lincoln cents are worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Factors like minting errors, low mintage numbers, unusual compositions, and excellent condition can turn an ordinary penny into a small fortune. For collectors, finding a rare penny is like discovering buried treasure, and that's why Lincoln cents have such a devoted following. Introduction to the 2011 D Lincoln PNNY. Now let's focus on one of the most talked about modern pennies, the 2011 D Lincoln Shield cent minted in Denver. This coin might look ordinary at first glance, but certain examples have become highly sought after by collectors. The D mint mark below the date tells us it was struck at the Denver Mint, and this penny is part of the newer Union Shield series, which began in 2010 to represent Lincoln's role in preserving the Union. Design and symbolism of the 2011 D PNNY. The obverse of the 2011 D penny features the familiar right-facing bust of Abraham Lincoln, designed by Victor David Brenner more than a century ago. The reverse shows a beautifully detailed Union shield with a scroll bearing the inscription, 1 cent. This design symbolizes Lincoln's success in keeping the nation united during the Civil War. Above the shield is the word, United States of America, while the mint mark and date are on the front. Minting details and production. NUMBRS. The U.S. Mint produced more than 4.9 billion 2011 D pennies, making them common in circulation. However, among those billions, some coins stand out due to striking errors, condition, and unique characteristics. These are the coins that collectors hunt for, and the ones that can be worth far more than 1 cent. What makes a 2011 D penny rare? While most 2011 D pennies are only worth face value, certain examples are worth a fortune because of their rarity and condition. Pennies with minting errors, such as double dies, off-center strikes, die cracks, or misaligned dies, are highly valuable. Additionally, coins in pristine mint state, condition graded MS67 or higher by PCGS or NGC are extremely rare and desirable. These coins can command impressive prices at auctions. Market value and worth in 2025 inches. Today's collector market, the 2011 D penny can range in value from a few cents for a circulated example to hundreds of dollars for a high-grade or error coin. Some specimens have sold for $787.97 or more, depending on condition and rarity. While that might sound surprising for a penny minted just over a decade ago, it shows how much collectors value exceptional examples. Always remember, condition is king in coin collecting, and a small difference in quality can mean a big difference in price. Real auction sales and record prices. Some 2011 D Lincoln Shield cents graded MS68 read by PCGS have fetched prices well above $700. In fact, coins with dramatic mint errors or perfect strikes can exceed $787.97 in auctions and private sales. These sales are proof that even modern pennies, when rare and high quality, can be worth serious money. How to identify a valuable 2011 D PNNY. To find a valuable 2011 D penny, examine your coins closely. Look for sharp, crisp details with no wear, strong, bright red color without spotting or toning, any signs of doubling on the lettering or date, center strikes, die breaks, or other unusual features. A jeweler's loupe or magnifying glass can help you spot these details more easily. If you suspect you have a valuable coin, consider sending it to a professional grading service. How to store and protect your rare PNNS. Proper storage is essential to preserving your coin's value. Handle coins by the edges to avoid fingerprints, and store them in acid-free holders or certified slabs. Keep them away from humidity, direct sunlight, and temperature changes. The better you care for your coins, the more valuable they will remain over time. How to sell or buy rare Lincoln PNNS. If you discover a valuable penny, you have several options for selling it. Online auction sites, coin shows, and professional dealers are all good places to connect with buyers. Always get your coin professionally graded first, as certified coins sell for much higher prices. On the flip side, if you're a collector looking to buy, study the market, check auction records, and buy from trusted sources. Future value and investment. POTNTAL Lincoln pennies, especially rare varieties and high-grade examples, have consistently increased in value over time. As more collectors enter the market, demand continues to grow. A 2011 D penny worth a few $100s today could be worth even more in the future, making these coins an exciting long-term investment. Conclusion and final THUGHTS. The Lincoln penny is more than just a piece of small change, it's a piece of American history, a work of art, and a treasure that could be hiding in your pocket. Whether it's a century-old wheat cent or a modern 2011 D Shield cent worth $787.97 or more, each coin has a story to tell and a value beyond its face. So keep checking your change, explore your coin jars, and never underestimate the humble penny. You just might discover a rare gem worth hundreds of dollars. Thank you for watching Rare Lincoln Penny Coins. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable Lincoln cents, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another hidden treasure. And don't forget to share this video with your fellow coin collectors, because 1 cent could change everything.